How you doing today? Chris back with another video. 2.5 liter Chevy Malibu 2013. Getting ready to do an oil change on this guy. So let's show you everything you're going to need and let's get to it. So where the oil location is, you're going to need a screwdriver. Not for there, but you're going to need a 15 millimeter and a ratchet wrench. We got ours here. Come straight up under the vehicle. You got the front of your vehicle. Come straight up under. And scoot back a little bit. You got your oil filter right there. You might need an oil wrench, but in this case we don't. It's hand tight, so I already loosened it up a little bit just so I can start the video. But yeah, we got an oil leak coming from somewhere, and it's leaking down to the exhaust, looks like, but not quite sure. We're just doing the oil change today. So your oil pan nut is back here. This is your oil pan. Your nut is right here. Right here. So we're about to loosen that up and go ahead and start the draining process. So already got it broke free. All right, hopefully I can hand spin that from there before we start leaking everywhere. And let's keep going. Feels like she's coming out right now. Let's get ready to snatch it. Hopefully we don't drop too much oil. I think that's the last threads there. I just want to spin it and make sure I can just pull it quick. Nope, not quite there yet. Almost there. And nope, not quite there yet. Getting a little oil on me though. It's a long one. There we go. Wasn't planning on getting that much on my hand, but oh well. I'm gonna let that drain for a minute, and we're gonna sit our plug somewhere, pause video, be right back. So we back. So while it's draining, doing this thing, let's come up here. It calls for SAE 520. Let's go ahead and pop her off so it'll drain a little faster, and set that in the spot that is not gonna move. There we go. All right, let's come back down. And see where we at. We're almost at a steady drizzle. So what I usually do when I get there, slide stuff back towards us and start with the filter. And we should have a nice spot there. Start taking her down. And set that back over there for now. And let's let everything finish draining. And I'll be right back. Alright, so before we put our filter in, you definitely want to do this. Do not install it with this plastic piece on, because the oil will not circulate and you will damage your engine. So let's go ahead and puncture this guy. Get it on off. Alright, got everything good. Get your little motor oil, go around the rim of this. And you don't need a lot, just enough to lubricate it. Like so. After that, clean your hand off a little bit, and let's go ahead and install this baby. And it only has to be hand tight, just hand tight. All right, and we're going back right there. Back it up a little bit, feel it bite, and then it should spin freely like this. Then just hand tighten it the rest of the way until it stops. And we're almost there, and that's good enough. All right, so we're at a steady drizzle right there. I usually wait till it starts to drip, but it's not gonna hurt anything. So let's get this oil pan bolt back in. All right, so we got that. That is to our 15 millimeter. Let's go ahead and plug her back up and start our spinning process. It's a rather long bolt, but all good. And you hand tighten as much as you can till it stops where you can't hand tighten it anymore. So as much as you can. Almost there. You don't have to, but I recommend you do. Alright, we're almost there on the hand tightening. And I'm at a long angle. I didn't want to ant messing with me. Didn't want to have to crawl way up under here to do this video, coming back and forth, up and back, back and forth. All right, so we got that. Everything is stopped leaking on us. Let's get this bolt tight, and you tighten it and just give it a little bit, just like that. All right, so now it's time to do the fill up process. Be right back. All right, so we're back up top. We're getting ready to fill her up. Calls for 5 quarts on this engine. So when you do that, go ahead and fill her up the full 5 quarts. You want to dip your stick. After you dip your stick, do dip, pull. Make sure it's at the full and the full capacity. After you do that, go ahead and put your oil cap on. But yeah, we got our oil down here. Didn't want to bore you with pouring it in. But yeah, that's how you do the oil change on a 2013 Chevy Malibu. And like I said, 2.5 liter Ecotech. Chris, Equalize Sound and Auto Repair. To the next video. Hope to see you there. And I'm out.